What's up, everyone? We are off to the Alice Municipal Golf Course, and we're going to try another breaking 50 today. Now, you might ask yourself, why breaking 50? And that's a good question. Let me answer that. See, breaking 50 has always been about one thing, and that has been setting a goal and sticking to it. I'm definitely a high handicap player, but if I can break the goal of 50, then I should be able to break the goal of 100. After that, an 18, and so on and so on and so on. So that's why we set the first goal at 50, then hoping to go from there. So here we are, hole 1, out of the golf course. See how it goes. All right, first hole of the day. I'm out by myself today, so I'll do a voiceover from here. Decent drive, put myself in the middle of the fairway. I had this pitch to try to get myself on the green, and I went ahead and got too much ground. So I had another opportunity to take another shot at the green. I was able to get on the green, which is a big improvement from the last round. If you remember, I was hitting back and forth in there. I had this putt, got fairly close on it on the first one for a par, but I went ahead and was able to go around and put it down for bogey. This was a big win for me in my eyes, because the last round I had played, I was all over the place with my short game. So being able to get a bogey on the first hole, I was pretty proud. Next hole, a little par 3, got a hybrid there. I took a decent shot at it, left it on the left side of the fairway, a little bit close to the green, just missed it by a little bit. Sculled that pitching wedge shot up, but it actually worked out because it stayed on the green, so it didn't roll off. So that helped a little bit. So I had an actual putt here for par. It was a pretty long one, so I knew that I just had to try to see if I could get it close and leave myself a decent bogey putt in. Left myself this little tap in there, so bogey on this par 4. On the front 9, this hole really is my menace. I either hit it wide left or wide right. This time I went wide right. I left myself in these trees. I tried to use the 3-wood to get back in play to the left. Actually went over the trees you see on your right side, and I had a decent view at the green. I had to keep it low, so I kind of tried to punch it out, not too hard, so it actually rolled up on the green, gave me the ability to get a putt in, right? So far, feeling pretty positive about the short game. Again, very far putt, so I just wanted to leave myself a small putt in for a bogey, and I was able to do so. So there we go right there for another bogey on hole 3. Next hole up's not too difficult. It's just surrounded by trees. Hit a decent drive. It actually gets caught in this big tree over here on the right, and the ball goes straight down. So it took some of the distance off, but it did give me the fairway in order to look at the hole. Kind of chunked it there a little bit. I was scared that it was going to go into the water. Luckily, it didn't. It went to the right. I duffed that pitch, so I was like, that's great. At this point, I was like, I'm not going to lose this hole. I'm not going to lose control of it. So I just use a Texas wedge again, just try to put it close, give myself another little putt, and I was able to do so and actually get a par. Next hole is always going to be special to me. This is where I actually got my first birdie ever. Put my drive out there. I believe I went a little to the right. You can see the whole flag on the left side. Try to use my fairway wood to get it back into the fairway so I can get close to the green. I actually went over the green on the right side, so chipped it up. Gave myself again a pretty decent look at a par putt here. Didn't make it all the way through. Actually hit the pin and bounced out, which was just depressing. I couldn't believe I did that, but I tapped it in, and I was able to go for another bogey on that one. This hole I was in trouble from the start. I had a very bad drive. I think it went like 80 yards just to the left. I tried to make up some ground with my 3-wood. Went through this little patch, the tree right there, little V in the trees, but it didn't go too far left. It stayed on the right side. Used my hybrid to try to get up there. I was able to get onto the left side of the green with the hybrid, which is great. But now I'm really fighting to try to save at least a bogey, right? So I had a decent putt, gave myself a bogey look at the hole, but sadly, even from this distance, I did miss it just barely. So luckily, I didn't want to have any huge blow up holes. Had a tap in double bogey putt, not the greatest. One of our most popular holes here in Alice is the par 3 with water going over it. I was able to get a good strike with my hybrid, get me a decent putt here at par. It was extremely long. I kind of misjudged it and left it extremely short. I was hoping to be close for par, but I wasn't, right? So now I'm looking to see if I can at least salvage a bogey. Left myself a close putt there, and I was able to put it in for a bogey on the card. Moving on to the next hole here. Decent drive on the left side here, which is a little strange for me. Usually I'm on the right, so that felt different. I was able to get in the fairway and get a good view of the hole. Got another good shot here. I kind of feel like my round's going decent, so I'm really trying to focus up and try to do the best I can to try to break 50. So again, left myself a little pitch up. I got decent length for a putt here. Went ahead and tried to sink it through. Didn't judge that upslope too well, but I did leave myself a little tap in that I missed. So that was sad. So I had to go home right here. Actually take my time with it. I didn't want to just push it in right away, and I took my time and went ahead and put it in again to make sure that I got a bogey on this one. This hole dog legs to the right. I tried to compensate by going left a little bit, and I went too much left. So I'm actually in the trees over here to the left. I couldn't go up because of those trees there, so I tried to punch it through to try to see if I can get close to the green from there without causing too much tree damage. I ended up right next to this tree. That chip didn't work out too well. Not enough on it. Left it short. I knew that I only had a couple of strokes left, and I really didn't want to mess it up. So I went ahead and putted this and left it close. That way I'm trying to finish this round below 50. Here is another putt that, man, it ran through the left side, and I was worried at this point. I'm like, oh my god, I can't let my short game kill me on here. So I really focused up on this last putt, was able to put it in for a 47 double bogey. So there we go, very first breaking 50 actually completed, right? But once is luck, right? Twice is luckier. Then you start developing a trend after the second one. So hopefully we're able to do so. Alice Muni has always been one of my favorite courses. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for joining. Sorry about the voicing while I was playing. The round started really good, and I really wanted to try to break 50 today. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.